Welcome back to the Warwick Bowls Club here in Western Australia for round two of today's action here at the Para Nationals as part of the Nationals 2023. We have a great match coming up for you. It's Clive Adams here, joined by Peter Harris. Peter, how are you going, mate?
I'm going very well. It was a nice lunch break.
Yes, just about the right time, wasn't it? Just under an hour, just the right time to get everything done. And we have a fantastic match coming up for you here. It's going to be from Victoria, Josh Barry and Lucas Protopapas to take on Queensland's Cooper Whitestyles and Wes Brown. This is a semi-final of the men's 14-point pairs. That means that their classifications for the two players in the team can't exceed 14 points, and each player is classified between B5 and B8 as to their differing disability ratings. So that is how it works. So these players, though, I can honestly say I've seen them play. This is going to be an extremely high standard match.
High expectations.
Absolutely.
They're experienced. 3x3 pairs.
They'll be very familiar to a lot of our viewers. Most of the viewers will be familiar with at least two or three of the players in this match anyway, depending on where you're from. Of course, it's a big thank you to Tourism WA, the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, alongside Lottery West, and also the City of Joondalup, where all the action in the Nationals 2023 is taking place. We're just awaiting the hooter to get started, which I believe is about 2 bowls away. And then we'll be into this one, 15 ends. This one of 3 bowl pairs, as you just mentioned, Pete, and we really look forward to it. The sky is, some of the heavier cloud has lifted. It's we've got some light cloud now. Plenty of blue sky showing as well, and just a really comfortable temperature.
It is beautiful sitting out here on a Sunday afternoon. It's worst places to be in the world. Last bowl going down, I think, on one of the rinks.
In the roll-up, yep. And then we will be away. There is the hooter, and we are off and running. So you will notice the blue stickers on the Victorian bowls, the maroon stickers on the Queensland bowls. We do have 3 sets of blue and and Cooper with his red and black. So you'll know Cooper's bowls without any trouble, but we'll keep you across that. So looks like Queensland to get us started here, and Wes Brown.
Straight out onto this ditch side.
Decent first look.
The ladies in their first game didn't play a lot of.
You just got away late. Probably expect the green to be running just a little bit quicker than first up this morning.
Yep.
Maybe up around the 15 zone. And now Lucas also following down on that same hand.
So it should be a touch wider. Maybe the breeze is coming from that, but you do get the shelter of the shed the further you get up the way they're going.
Wes just slightly missed his line, had pretty decent weight, and Lucas nailed the line, but just a little bit short on the weight. So opportunities to correct now. We're still running just a little here. Lucas now to find 5 feet on his first. Wonderful young man, Lucas. So passionate about bowls.
Yes, his personality's
It's always smiling.
personality plus.
Yep. Little ride off the front, perhaps. Well, more of a crash than a ride, so just needs to trust the line a little bit more with his last. Of course, Lucas is the ambassador for Right at Home, the naming rights partner of the Jackaroos. And Wes has done a pretty good job with that, just needs to pull up.
Just going through that 3 or 4 feet.
That run just tells us that the green has freed up just a little bit, Pete. I don't know that the bowls quite had that much run in this morning's match. And Lucas has done well here. That'll do for number 1. So yeah, you've got the blue with a more of a blue speckle of Lucas, obviously with the blue stickers on. If we just have a look at those bowls, yep. And then you've got the blue with a more yellowy
white
speckle.
White.
Yes, it is white. I think I was told it was yellow, but that definitely looks white.
Yep.
So
Thanks, Mitch, for backing my argument.
Cooper Whitestyles now looking for a clear run.
Oh, it's a better second.
So the 2 leaders using Taylor GTR. Josh Barry for Victoria, as he's let this one go, is a Taylor Redline SR, and Cooper using Aerodynamic.
Well, he's got the best, most track of anybody, but just held a bit. So it won't get quite the drift back that it will the other direction because of this shed in front of us, behind us even.
Josh in the zone here, just needs it to pull up now, and it'll just trickle too far, I think. From our angle, we got a pretty good, almost side onto this one, and it looks like it's just the one. We do have our official out there to assist during this match, which is very handy.
Turned it over, but not quite enough. Turn it both over.
Yeah, Sharon Leister out there helping us. She'll look after us well. Clear run. This is close.
Down to the jack.
Great shot. That's the sort of quality you're going to see throughout this match. I think they're going to measure for second. Josh guarantees Victoria will be first to score with that great last bowl. From our angle, it looks like it's only one, Pete, but
not sure. I was going to say from our angle, it looks like 2.
Okay. Well, we'll
I think
see.
you're correct. I reckon it's 1.
2. It is.
It's 2. I know.
You should have stuck with your call, but
I don't know why I doubted myself.
come over the dark side and you were incorrect.
First answer is always the one taken.
2 shots it is to Victoria to get us scoring in this one.
Okay, Skip's given the leader a license to put the jack wherever he wants. So Lucas will set the length.
Some updates, Pete, from the senior side series. South Australia leads WA in the men's event 57-51 with 3 ends to play. Those ends are all between Gary Smith and Chris Lander. The other 2 rinks have finished. It's a 64-36 lead to WA women over South Australia. A 79-36 lead to Tasmania over the NT men, and 63-54 lead to Tasmanian women over the NT. Queensland 63-46 in the men over ACT, and 59-51 in the women's in favour of Queensland. And finally, Victoria leads New South Wales 56-52 with 7 ends to play in the men, and another close one in the women, 51-47 in favour of New South Wales with 4 ends to play. So some close finishes coming up there over at Joondalup.
And with all his other duties, that's Andrew Howie that's doing those scores.
Fantastic.
When he's not doing something else, he's always doing something.
Andrew and Paul do a fantastic job here at the Nationals, and I'm not saying that just because Paul's standing right behind me.
He's standing behind you, looking stern.
Everyone does a good job.
Yeah.
The members here have been outstanding at Warwick.
There you go. First hand there, Paul letting you know how good Warwick has been. They've still got another day. They've put in a fantastic effort, as they have at Sorrento and Joondalup. Right now, Wes with the opportunity to really jump on this jack, with Lucas just short with his first 2 attempts. And he's not far away.
Pretty good shot here.
Nicely played, just nestles in behind. Lucas just needs to get one into the area here. Won't mind if it just trickles past. Give Josh something to work with. First game that we've had from the Nationals that hasn't been a game of singles.
Yeah. More people to see.
Lucas has got better weight here. He's going to just need to hold late. Certainly more in the zone, if not shot.
Well, Sharon indicated it was shot, so
okay.
Hold up the blue paddle. Let's just go to get down a bit more, and I expect this one is the shot. It is certainly one.
Comment there to say our volume is very low. We'll just check that out at our end and make sure that's nothing's changed there.
So I didn't see what Sharon said there, whether it was 1 or 2. She had a much better look. Certainly, definitely 1.
1 to Queensland?
1 to Queensland, yes.
Josh might be just unders here, but he does have a little save off that bowl available. Didn't quite get it. Just hit it absolutely solid.
Still just the 1, according to Sharon. Track here from Cooper.
And he's played it well. Needs to be a bit careful.
Yeah, he's turned it out. See if that made a difference. Close shot, Lucas says.
Josh wasn't far away with his first. Just needs to find a wider line. He's done that, but it's now stayed. More perhaps to do with the weight than anything.
Front toucher here from Cooper makes 2, 3, 4.
Cooper, a popular figure in our sport. This one's going to track through.
No. Another one waiting for the trail. There's a whole group of them there.
Josh is on a better line. Has he got to the jack here? He has.
Yes.
Where's it gone? And it's a great shot.
He's followed it as well, so...
Well, it takes away the trail that Cooper had on.
Cause
sometimes that's the best defence, isn't it? Do it yourself.
Yep, and that bowl isn't moving without the jack moving further.
I wonder whether there might have been some temptation to play more weight and to bounce off the side bowls, Pete. Maybe push that bowl out sideways.
Yeah, just looking for a bit more finesse.
Tell you what. Wow, it was right in the area. Fantastic effort. And at 1 blue is the signal. And we know the blue is Victoria. 3 shots to nil after 2 ends here of this semi-final in the men's 14-point pairs. Okay, so now we're getting feedback that the volume is perfect. So that's good. Not sure whether we did anything. Maybe had a little play. That's all right. Thanks, Fiona. And thanks to David for letting us know as well. Appreciate it.
So that breeze has changed, hasn't it? It's now nearly straight down the green. They're nearly pushing straight into it.
Yeah, that's more of a northerly type breeze now.
So this
Interesting.
is, yeah. Not sure if that's a usual direction for Warwick, but they're pushing straight into it this way, so expect them to pull up a little bit quicker.
And talk about afternoon breezes in Perth. You generally talk more about southwesterlies. It's almost the opposite. Nice reply here from Wes. If he gets the journey, just come up short. Now, if you're watching on your screen there, the jack is up the green a little bit, so that short bowl probably looks closer than what it is. There's actually about a metre short of the jack. And Lucas climbing round it.
Number 1. Wes just pushing through.
Right, well, opportunity to Lucas now. He can play this confidently. Little tuck of the jack round the corner. Only makes it better.
These flies are annoying me.
Honestly, Pete.
Yes, that was an amateur mistake. Sorry about that. Listeners, that was a pen hitting a microphone.
Blew my ears out.
Listeners and viewers.
Well, the viewers wouldn't care. Just the listeners.
All right, final bowl for the leaders on this end. Needs a land. Not. Well, he's going to get the land on the outside, is he? A little piece of it. So Lucas remains in charge on this end for Victoria. They lead it 3 shots to nil. I'm sure Cooper will be looking to do something about this. He's got a good open draw there available to him.
Jack high bowl sitting there. Good point of reference.
Josh will try and close down that margin with his first bowl before Cooper gets a crack at it. This is one of those, Pete, where you don't even mind, from Josh's point of view, wouldn't even mind just dropping just in front on a good draw line.
Or you can drop it on the jack.
Well, you can do that too.
That might be just as good.
Great shot. Yes, sat alongside it, so
Yes.
Cooper's got something to play there on the back end.
He's got, yeah, a couple of options. He could still follow him, or he could look through the two front bowls with a metre or two.
He's played back end.
He's
Is he
looking in the hole.
in the gap? Not quite. That is a Victorian bowl that has come up. It's currently 4 shots to Victoria, courtesy of Sharon, looking after us. Quicker is the call from Josh, and you can see why. Well, suddenly we're at a really important stage of the match. We're only 3 ends in, but these next couple of bowls are going to be really important for Cooper.
Playing a similar shot, I think. So he's under it this
Looking for
time.
it to get down to the
He's
jack.
awfully close.
What a shot. Where's it going? Well, it pops sideways and to another Lucas bowl. Victoria looks to be 2. Still a great shot from Cooper. Got on a nice line there and it came home beautifully. Yep, to the signal to the blue of Victoria. Brett asking the category. This is the 14-point pairs, Brett. So players are classified from B5 to B8 and they can have any combination that adds up to 14 points or less.
Hard to get at now with that last bowl. As you can see down that line, there's not a great line to get to anything.
He's going to have to weave away somehow, isn't he? And there is the option of going bigger for the jack. He's sorting out his blues. He's
got a wall of Victorians.
He's asking which bowl was which. So, well, he's hunted out deep here. That's not going to change anything.
I'm not sure he played it with any definitive plan in the end.
Yeah. So, 2 more on the board to Victoria, and they move out to a 5-0 advantage after 3 ends. This is a 15-end match. So, for the first time at our coverage for the Nationals 2023, that ends figure does matter at the top of the screen.
Yep.
So a solid start for the Victorians. Queensland now just looking to get themselves on the board. Next 2 ends become pretty important. There's obviously a little bit of discussion before the match around some tactics here, because I'm sure I just heard Josh say, remember what I said to you, to Lucas? There's obviously a little bit of talk about how they were going to go about this. I wonder whether it was something around make sure you get there with your first bowl. Could have been. The 3-bowl pairs format, Pete, it's almost the unwritten rule, if you like, that 1 bowl of those 3 must pass the jack.
Yes. Depending on who you talk to, who considers it a leader's game or a skipper's game.
Yeah, it does depend.
So opinions, obviously, skipper 3 bowls, it's just a skipper's game. Doesn't matter what the leader does. And of course, the other one, with the leader getting 3 bowls really close, puts the skipper under a lot of pressure. So it's always wild and great theories.
All right, well, that'll be the best so far, but expect that Wesley will have something to say about that.
Good angle here. He's got a
He's very close.
Yeah,
Got all
don't
of the
let it-
jack. That'll do it. Don't need to slow down any
No.
when you're scooping the jack up like that, and didn't have a lot of weight on it.
No, it wasn't going far.
Well played. And just what Queensland needed to try and work their way just back into this one, having dropped the first 3 ends.
Lucas just lost the weight there. Got the line right, lost the weight. So opportunity for Wes to put the skipper under some pressure. Change of hands. Narrow and quick, I would suggest. So
Wow.
still got to it, and that's what they were trying to avoid. Very unlucky. Not a great bowl either, but unlucky.
No,
yeah,
but
it's still
unlucky.
unlucky.
Yep. He could have got away with it very easily by clipping the front or by,
Or just getting half the bowl, or
potting his own. Yep. So 1-2 Victoria as they change over.
see on a good line here. Just trying to slide on past. Not quite going to do it. Cooper on the backhand. One to Victoria is the call from Lucas. Better track here, but I don't think he's got the weight. He's put up probably a metre short. May have got in his own way as well. So Josh trying to add another. His first two are just slightly short. He finds the hole. That maybe made it a second. I would say it has. 2. Sharon confirms that for me. Oh, breeze is up. Breeze has changed again. We won't keep talking about the breeze, but it keeps moving.
It's completely opposite direction
It's
now.
gone completely. They were pushing back into the breeze again. That
We were talking about the southwester being the norm. That's back.
Yes.
So very interesting.
That was terrible timing.
It's interesting from the sidelines. Frustrating if you're out on the green.
So another 2 to Victoria. They go to 7 to Queensland, yet to get on the board after 4 ends. So Lucas again given the power to set the length. It's a bit shorter than what he'd like from his comments. pretty good start from Lucas. This would be his. That's probably nearly his best first bowl. He struggled a little bit on his first bowl.
Yeah, he's still got a couple of feet to find on that, but he'll be happy that he's got the line. That's for sure. I was wondering about the classifications. B5 to B8, the categories here that apply. And I'll confess to not being an exact expert as to how they all fall, but I certainly do know that a B5 level of impairment is greater than a B8 level of impairment, and that's the scale that it works on. And for this event, it's a 14-point maximum that the team can have. So you can have a B6 and a B8, you can have a couple of B7s.
You can't have two B8s.
Correct.
Or B8 and B7.
Correct. Mathematical genius, Pete.
I think that's the only two. I think I've narrowed it down. For those wondering. There's only two combinations you can't have.
Correct. And that classification process happens when necessary before the event. There is a classification day.
It's really, I suppose, for the new ones or for the...
Yep.
For those who have been classified before, I suppose they have to be confirmed that there's still... Things can change?
Yes. Yeah.
So that happens on the day before the tournament starts.
Great shot here from Wes. And that'll do for number one. And he adds to his good work, holding 2 shots, Queensland. They just need to get their score ticking over now. Well, Lucas looks like he's finding a little edge now. Don't think that will have done enough for shot, but certainly gets in there for second.
Sharon's going to get in there and tell us.
One down is a signal from Josh Barry, so... And one up for Cooper, so they all agree. Hopefully Sharon does as well. Yes, one to Queensland. Once again, Lucas with a little smile and he's walking down the green. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. He's a great person to be around. If you're around Lucas, you are generally smiling along with him. Loves his sport.
Josh with a track round the corner.
What a shot.
Great shot.
Brilliant. Yeah, Lucas loves his sport. He loves his Bombers. He loves his Melbourne United basketball team. Passionate supporter.
Cooper in another situation where it's hard to get to.
He's made a fair effort here. He wants to clear the front, if anything. Well, that's helped.
Yeah.
It's given him a bit more of a look at it. The angles still don't look amazing for him.
No.
Now, conversely for Josh, doesn't want to just open anything up here.
He's gone around the back, so that was one of the easier shots in the book. It's called Big Weight, forehand. Down the funnel.
Cooper's got all these shots in the book. He's close. Wow, just caught that edge, and that was where we said those angles didn't quite look right.
But he's opened it up again for his next bowl, so Josh will be looking to close that gate up again.
Yeah, Victoria have got the back of the rink under their control. So nothing to worry about for the Vicks at the back. So Josh will try and drop another one in here, very similar to his first bowl.
If he can drop in that hole.
Well, his forehand, so he's
his
trying
forehand,
to
so he's
he's
actually
trying to
going
come up with
around
what
them.
he did with the first one again,
Yep.
which is, how's the journey? Not quite.
It's cool. No, our angle suggests it could.
I think so.
Could. Either way, it's worth the same ball as last. He's really close to getting it clean.
Just got to work out the communication here, because okay, so it's solid weight up there again. Is he getting down to the bowl? Not quite.
Not quite. It's a
Just
great
in
effort.
between, yes. So one more it will be, courtesy of Josh Barry nailing it with his first bowl of that end. 8 shots to 0 now, the advantage to Victoria, and it's 5 ends down, so we're a third of the way through the match. Queensland just need a couple of ends to go their way now to just work their way back into it. I think there was probably just a little bit of confused communication there between the Queenslanders. I feel like the call really could have been same shot.
It should have been same shot. I think so. Yeah, I agree with you. Because
Just keep it simple.
our angle looked like it could have gone clean, and if it didn't, they had the bowls where it mattered.
Yeah.
So
You know, the worst result Queensland was going to get there was 2 down at the back.
Yep.
And judging on how close Cooper was with that first hit, I mean, he had the bowl really if he didn't clip the front.
Yep. If the jack had emerged at that pace, you'd think it was going possibly even out of bounds. And hopefully his bowl is going somewhere near it.
Raylene asking about the scores next door. We can give you next door. Of course, all the matches are live streamed, so you can actually check those scores out for yourself. They are, sorry, live scored, not live streamed.
Yes.
Live scored. So every match here has the score available to you on Bowls Link, and also on that score update page that is linked at the top of our description, top of in the description. Sorry, you know, top of this stream. Just don't have a clear look at that scoreboard at the moment, so I'll give you that in a moment. In fact, I do now. 3-1 to South Australia next door over Queensland. That is that match that you're referring to with Tony Bonnell in it.
Yes, it's 6-1 Queensland ACT, which is on the rink 4.
Yeah, that's a different
Different category.
discipline,
Yeah, it's not
mate.
the same. That's
That's the open pairs. Yeah, that is the open pairs,
yep.
as opposed
Yes,
to
it
the
is.
14-point men's.
just going to get enough of it, is it? Not quite.
And Raylene said, thanks, don't want to leave this game. Raylene's surname is Barry. So I think we know why, Raylene.
Yeah. Stay tuned. All smiles at the moment. Lucas just cutting under the jack. Wes looking for a little more grass this time, which he's found.
Yeah, it's a
and
great
he's kept
shot.
his weight well.
Very well played. Just drops him
ran
behind.
through.
Still very, very useful.
So 1 to Victoria at the moment.
Josh just looking to land in amongst these, and well, that's handy.
Yeah, probably would have rathered the other one, but still good position.
What can Cooper come up with here? Great line. Nestle in. Not quite.
Still with a bit of weight, but didn't quite get the fall back that he might have wanted. Just chucked that out a bit wide this time. They're all playing to that shelf or the bit of a trail of the jack.
I think Josh can afford to just try and drop a little bit here and try and nail it now. It's not far away. I don't think it's quite getting there, is it? It's trying.
I think it is.
Well, it has. What a great shot. That just rolled on nicely for him.
Does give Cooper another sighter just outside. Looks like he's kept his weight.
Oh, he's in the area. Oh, he is in the area. Cooper Whitestyles, there it is. Great shot. Pushes that through. Now, is it just one?
I think so.
We might have a tape coming out for the second shot, but the key thing for Queensland is they've got the scoreboard ticking over for themselves, which they needed to do. Might have a glance back at the senior sides in just a moment. Let's see who... Yep, just the one to Queensland. So 8-1. The lead to Victoria. Serena, you will need to look up Carla, because Serena... I can see Serena standing on the bank. I don't think Serena's playing at the moment. I thought maybe she was on the bank waiting for... No, she is definitely off the green at the moment, so...
Certainly gone a bit longer here, the Queenslanders. Stretching it out.
Okay, so we've got some results in from the Senior Sides Championship. In the men's competition, South Australia have defeated WA 59-57. Tasmania have defeated Northern Territory 85-37. Queensland 63, ACT 46. We don't have a final score just yet between New South Wales and Victoria, so I'll have to come back to that one. In the women's events, WA handy winners 64-36 over South Australia, a 70-57 win to Tasmania over the NT. 61-55 is the win to Queensland over the ACT, and a 55-49 win to New South Wales over Victoria. So the only result we don't know there is the Victoria versus New South Wales men's match, which appears to be paused on 56 ends. That was quite some time ago, so yes. We might have a look and see whether that one's made it into Bowls Link.
So good starter here by Wes. Shot bowl, 1.5 foot short. Josh Barry's just asked Lucas to do it to his foot, which is a couple of feet past, just struggling to reach a little bit at the moment.
Yes, we do have a final result in that Victoria, New South Wales men's match. Victoria has taken that one 60-55. So
A lot of close games.
Victoria stamped their mark again. Albeit beaten in the women's competition by New South Wales. So
another good shot from Wes, just not going to get past his own, but something to be beaten. Lucas still looking for that 5 to 6 feet on his last bowls to get into the head.
good confident call from Josh to say give yourself a chance with it.
Taking interest.
Josh is already clapping this all the way home. We can see why. What a shot.
Shot.
Just found a clear run. Love the encouragement. Keep smiling, Josh said. I don't think you have to tell Lucas to keep smiling, but great encouragement between the two.
Oh, Cooper's got some weight here. Turning his own. No, just never got much weight as I thought he might have, but he has weight. He certainly was trying. He was reaching. Let me put it that way. It's gone through 5 feet. That's weight.
Josh needs a clear line here. The weight looks okay. He's just drifted under. I think there's a tempter here for Cooper to look for Lucas's bowl, but
on the other hand, yep.
It would be more an on the other hand shot, absolutely.
It's also sliding underneath. I'm not sure he's going to hold for shot.
Well, it might build that
second.
Yeah, it might build that temptation to look for that bowl. Got a feeling that Lucas just told Josh his last bowl was no good. Did draw some laughter from the sidelines. Well, this isn't going to get there.
No.
And is it going to block that target? No, it's not. There's the call from Cooper. What is the bowl worth, he says. I think he'll go it.
Yeah, I think that's the easier shot.
Wes already called draw, but look at that bowl sitting there waiting to be extricated from the head. And that's all Cooper needed to hear. You can have a go at it if you want. He wants. He's not miles away. Just turned onto the front. Just needed to hold a little bit longer and he would have been right in the zone there. It was very clear Cooper wanted to go for the bowl there. He was just looking for permission.
Yes. Give me the call. It's like a baseball pitcher. No, don't like that call.
Yep.
Give me another one. So Josh is coming from a high line here.
I think he's just carrying a bit
He's
there.
just got the weight.
Yep.
Won't let him get back.
So we do have the tape out.
We have sort of been calling Victoria as shot, so
There wasn't heaps in it, but there's enough. There's no room to write down how much you got won by. It is just one. So 9-1 to Victoria. After 7 ends completed in this one, we are nearing the halfway mark. Looks like we'll be comfortably within any time frame here as we head towards the halfway mark, and we're only 53 minutes in. I don't think we started right on 12 either. I think we were just after that.
Just after 12. Still a longest jack on this end, and Lucas has struggled to reach a bit, but they are leading 9-1, so
stick with it, and this one is going to come up a little bit short too. I think Lucas is probably at the point where, look, as I say, they're leading 9-1, so there's no need to panic.
No.
But he just needs to push that first one past.
Yep.
Get a feel for what it feels like just to go past, and then make an adjustment off that. Wes is the opposite here. He's going to go past, but still got some use.
This one's better.
Yeah, he's found, and you can see Josh is happy for him just to get past. You know, by no means has he absolutely nailed that, but it's it's a very useful bowl, and if his first one was landing there, that would be ideal. Pulled up nice and quick for him actually. It's only a foot or so past. Wes with a decent correction here as well. Getting down late. Just rolled too far for him.
Well, looks similar.
Certainly does. Yeah, beautifully done.
2 good shots there.
Nice recovery after dropping the first one. He sort of shook his head and said, no, it's not good enough. I think Lucas is a fairly hard taskmaster on himself. Even, you know, the smile that he always holds is there, but I think he's a hard taskmaster on himself in terms of the quality of his bowls. Well, that last bowl probably pushes Josh onto the other hand, I would think.
Yep.
And he's got a nice sort of landing zone just past the jack.
Falls inside his own or the opposition. Tucks the jack away, there's no harm in that. Plenty of things going for him. Yep, so he goes to the forehand. Again, pushing into that breeze.
Talking to the Warwick volunteers at lunchtime, Pete, they've had a ball hosting this event.
Yeah.
I think this event has the capability of just opening your eyes to the wonderful people that play our sport. Great shot.
Cooper. I think way back when we first asked them, they weren't apprehensive. They've certainly wanted to know more about it before they would commit.
Yep.
Whether they were capable of doing it, but they're certainly more than capable of what they've done.
It's the sort of feel-good event, this one, that can really bring a club together to organise it, and that's what's happened. And, you know, long after, the club is going to feel a wonderful sense
Oh, it's very close.
Togetherness. This is what he's got.
Half
The gap. He's got the gap. Can you believe it? That angle, there was not much of a gap.
Wesley's trying to get Cooper to change hands.
Yeah, the Warwick members will be talking about this event for plenty of time to come, that is for sure.
Well, just got to hold on.
I'll tell you what, it tried.
Tried very hard to hold on, but just fell under. That's an Victoria suddenly quite vulnerable with Josh slipping that hole, but also turning their bowl just behind out. So, got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, there's really only one in there now, isn't there? For Victoria.
So he still wants to be just on the arrive. Maybe a little bit less than what he had last time. And he certainly does have less. Is he going to hold?
Well, it's a very handy bowl. Got it up into the area that needed to be in. Yeah, so it's sit the bowl or a little back edge of the jack that Cooper's going to go looking for here. Run is the call coming from Wes, and we can see why. So,
well, showing indicator Victoria 1.
I think Lucas is looking for a measure. Yep, so those bowls just been moved out of Sharon's way, that's all.
Easy, so 1 to Victoria.
It is 1 to Victoria. They'd already moved one out.
Yep,
so
taken one out.
Yep. Lucas initially went to signal one down and then realised, no, we got it. 10-1, the lead to Victoria over Queensland here in this semi-final of the men's 14-point pairs here at the Nationals 2023. And those Nationals are proudly brought to you by Tourism Western Australia, the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Lottery West, and the City of Joondalup.
What's Lucas done with his first bowl this time? A bit tight. Well, it's up a bit further than some of his other first ones, so he's working his way into it.
I was going to say, Pete, the promo line for Tourism WA is walking on a dream. Western Australia walking on a dream. I reckon Lady McGorman was walking on a dream last night.
Geez, yes. Yes, quite emotional initially.
Lee Schreiner came in with expectation, with, been there, done it before, and was always right in the mix. If he wasn't on top, he wasn't far away. Craig Mills had top position for a little while there. But Laney was not on top of that table until the last game was finished.
No, I'm sure she expected Sam Ferguson to not give her a chance, but
round robin formats just bring up those amazing finishes at times. You don't have a final, but you sort of do. It's often happening on two rinks because you're waiting on one result for the other.
Because they're all state champions, so they're all capable of beating each
They
other.
are.
So
Great shot here. Where's Brown? Resting toucher on the front of the jack.
So in that format, they're always changing greens and things are always changing.
Wes Brown will be very happy with that. He's got a fish on his bowl, and front toucher is very good fishing.
Oh dear. I apologise for that, listeners.
Tell you what, decent effort from Lucas, just drifts under. Now, always good to let your lead know that they are right on the jack in this situation, just so that they know if they do happen to make contact with their bowl, the jack's going to go further. So just sneaking in past is probably the A1 position. If they're just off the jack, well, then you can sort of let them go and say, well, that's okay. I can bump my own bowl and no harm done. But you've done all the hard work to get one right on the front there. As a skipper, just let them know that they are right on top of it.
So Josh might just be trying to set one up here next to it. Trying to give himself a look later in the end. But he might be a little bit...
Well, this might be the opportunity starting to develop that Queensland are looking for. Cooper find his way in here. It looks quick, but it will go to a nice catching position. That's a pretty good angle to be on if that jack does get popped.
So Josh just needs to put something next to it or just past to give him something to play to. He's got quite a wide line here, but if you can get around it to a position.
Not really.
No, it needed to be another couple of feet to...
When you get the line wrong, you want to get the weight wrong as well, don't you?
Yes, yes. It's the time to be a little bit quick.
Cooper just needs this to hang around. It's trying to get away, but that'll do for two.
Lucas says you get it. That can mean different things in different languages. Can mean go for it. It could mean just get shot. In this case, it's just trying to get shot on the draw.
Well, it's on the tight side. Does it hang on and get second shot? No.
I think pretty sure Cooper knows what he wants to do here.
Not bad.
Just got to settle.
He's not bad. Does it pull up and count? I think, well, it's fallen back, so might be enough to have a look at with a measure. I don't know, Pete. It's a chance.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any chance, but...
No, they had a look. They didn't like it. Two it is. So 10-3 is now the scoreline in favour of Victoria here over Queensland. There is 6 ends to play in this one. And Victoria have made all the running so far.
Yeah, so just need to string a couple of ends together.
Certainly hope you're enjoying our coverage. We've had 2 days of singles play to start us off. Another singles match this morning, but now we are Well and truly embroiled in a great game of pairs here. This is the semi-final match of the men's 14-point pairs. Next door, 5 shots apiece between Queensland and South Australia in the other semi-final. It's after 7 ends have been played there, so they're a little bit behind us.
Wes, not far away. Just going past it. It's a good start. I think it's just a pretty good start. The weight was pretty good, just ran away at the end.
Bit of a guide there now for Wes, just to work down underneath. He's on the wide side of it though. Now Lucas with just a minor correction to make to some line. He'd be quite happy to keep the same weight. And just look to land nice and close to this. He's probably added a smidge, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So Wes has had his line both times. He's got to find that slightly less weight. Although he's chosen that. I'll go the other hand.
Looks to have done it all right too, Pete.
It's a nice change.
That'll do for number 1. Hold up is the call. That's what I was thinking too. Well, Josh signals 1 up as a result of that. And confirmed by Sharon. She's enjoying her work. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we both thought the same thing. How could you not? Those clouds are just about all gone away now, Pete.
They are.
Much more blue sky on show.
It's way too much sun.
Western Australia at its best. These sorts of conditions are nice here in WA. Not too hot, just really comfortable conditions for the players right now. Decent effort here from Cooper Whitestyles.
Just got to hold it together.
He's played it well.
Really good shot.
Great shot. Yeah.
Gives Josh something to think about.
Well, I wonder whether he's thinking that he can still afford to reach on his forehand. Now I say forehand because he's a left-hander, and he's got the rescue off the outside there that would get him right in the mix. He's going backhand, so that shot will still be there for him potentially later on. He says quick, but he's not bad.
It's not much quick.
Oh. You got a good feel for it if you know you're quick when you're only two bowls past the jack. Cooper in the zone again.
Still trying to hold it. Might just lose this one out, but no, did enough.
Well, there's just a little opportunity building here for Queensland. That's not quite going to change anything. We've already seen Sharon signal 2 here. Cooper find another way in here and really start to put a little bit of scoreboard pressure on. Holding out is what Wes is looking for. He's not bad though.
He doesn't want to get to the jack.
He's not bad.
Just...
Well, it's well played, but it has opened up a very clear look at things.
This is quite inviting, I would think.
This is going to be one of those ones where you just play whatever way it comes out and you just hunt up here for this.
Queensland do have the back.
So in that case, does Josh ease off the weight and just swing it? I'd just like to see him ignore that and just play whatever comes out here. Nice natural weight through this.
Yeah, it's not much more than a draw.
Is he going to hold on? He's wanting to get away. A little slide does the job.
Does the job. Without the slide, probably not.
He was up into the area he needed to be in.
He wasn't far away.
Yep.
No, it was right on it, but just the slide gave it the ultimate angle.
2 blue, and that is a big turnaround. 12-3 now in favour of Victoria, and that is a huge difference in the scheme of this match. Just 5 ends to play and a 9-shot advantage to Victoria basically means Queensland needs to win all 5 of the remaining ends.
It's a long way back from here.
Over the years, Pete, we talk about the run rate, if you like, that you need. As soon as it gets up above a 1.5 an end.
1.5?
Yeah, it's about 1.5. Once it gets up above that 1.5, you're in a bit of strife. If it gets to 2, you are in real strife, and it's 9 shots with 5 to play. So
yes, that's just a draw. Technically, it's on 10 right now to win. It's right on to an end.
yeah, I suppose they don't have to win. If they can get it back to a draw, they'd be happy with that and play an extra end.
I'm pretty confident they would be. But does require them to win this end.
Perth Pennants, Dave Rankin indicating that Annie loved her personally signed Rinkside Clive t-shirt. Excellent. Signed one up for Annie. That's good to hear. Mary, one of our regulars watching on from Fife in Scotland.
Both guys just lost their weight here.
Just had a look for Fife. It's now 10 degrees, but feels like 7. Hope you're nice and warm, Mary.
Yeah. We've got a nice heater, fire, something going on. Wool jacket.
10 degrees feeling like 10's cold enough. Okay. Can Wes Brown spark something here?
Has he got the weight?
Oh,
Because
his
the
line's
line's good.
Yeah, his line's great. Just going to pull up. Well, those 2 bowls of Wes's have made a bit of a mess of both hands here.
Yeah.
Already got shot. Change your throwing underneath that. Underneath that one.
So, pretty good call from Josh. He's gone with the hand where if Lucas does run into the front bowl, he's not going to do any harm. He's not going to knock that up far enough for shot. Now, can he negotiate that front bowl? He hasn't.
No. So
He's crashed
waiting for the...
right into the middle of it.
White looks better.
Now he's the one that
hold
needs a
now.
clear run, and he has. That'll do. That is number one. Yep, no room to move here for Queensland. Must win every end from here. So that bowl of Wes, extremely important. Clear run for Josh. Will have him around the place, but this is going to keep rolling, I think. Gia tried to pull up late, but just went too far.
Also not... Can't see that. Lucas got in my way. I'm looking at the screen just like everyone else is.
Yeah.
And it hid behind Lucas. And it went a bit further than I thought it was going to.
And this one's on a similar path, going a little bit further even. So can Cooper close in on this? Well, the line's good. Just didn't quite have the finish on it. That will not count.
It may change Josh's hand.
Exactly right, Pete. Forehand it is. Got his own bowl in the middle there.
Nice hole there too.
Doesn't want the outside of that though. That's not a good result. That is definitely 2 to Queensland now. Cooper's looking for some value, and there's nothing wrong with that at 12-3. He's looking to see whether there's an opportunity, but I think the best opportunity here is draw another one for 3. I don't know that they're quite at the point that they have to chase anything that's you know, he's got 2.5 feet to draw a third.
Yep, if he draws another one here, 3. Suddenly it's 6-12. You're only 6 behind. You're within one end. Still 4 to play.
Looks like they've decided backhand's the way they're going to go.
Seems like they want to land something.
We've got weight to land.
Yeah, it's forehand.
Backhand.
Backhand. I think it's my afternoon siesta time. These left and right handers are confusing me.
That is going to be 2 shots. I don't think there's any real interest in a third, is there? They might be having a look. I will say, Pete, I'm always a fan of if you move bowls out of the head, get them out of that measure, because those 2 they've already counted are still sitting right in that measure zone.
Still 3rd and 4th, if you look here.
Yep. There we go. He's put the rag on top of them, so now they know.
I don't think it's any more than 2, is it?
Even in the BPL, we nearly saw a bowl double counted like in those circumstances where you count them and then you go around again, you go, which ones did I move?
Does look only 2, doesn't it?
Mary's confirmed she's watching from bed at 6:15 a.m. So 10 degrees and
sensational.
Yep, nice and warm.
Sensational.
Yeah, this is going to be just the two.
Yeah, that was a bit of a stretch, but it clearly was worth another 2 and 3 to stay. So
can't blame him for playing the shot.
That's worth the effort.
12-5 the scoreline. 4 ends to play. 7 shots the difference. Next door, 8 shots to 7 in favour of South Australia over Queensland. That is in the other 14-point men's pairs final.
Semi-final.
Semi-final. So plenty to play out there. So, can Wes get us underway with a big start here?
Yeah, well, they've still got an average 2 and end. Still on terms of what they need.
Just can't afford one slip.
No, can't afford to lose an end.
Whereas Lucas and Josh are just thinking the exact opposite. They have one end, maybe a couple. Should put us beyond reach.
It's a nice start here.
Beautiful bowl. That is outstanding. That's exactly what you want from your lead first bowl.
Just hasn't quite got the line mainly. Weight's a little short, but also missing the line. Wes can back this up with another one.
Well, he's pushed, but it's going to go to a handy angle.
Very nice home.
He wants it to pull up any time now. Yep, that's not bad if Jack gets moved. Lucas much closer with this one. It's going to want to dip away late, but very handy. Always not needs to just drop that metre off that he put on the last, which may well have been deliberate to just get one in past the Jack after he played so well with his first. Not far away here either. He's done really well there.
Yep, it's a pretty good setup.
He's got one and a look. I think it's 2. Yep, 2 signalled. And he's somewhat covered it up with that last bowl as well.
It'll be hard to play an attacking shot at it right now. Again, I think he's just missed the line mainly. The weight's pretty good.
I mean, there is still that window at the front there on Josh's forehand side, being a left-hander, so the backhand side is a right-hander would look at it through that gap. I'd say that's probably where he'll look. I mean, he can turn. I mean, he's already 2 down, so it doesn't matter if he turns the Queensland bowl up, and if he turns the Victorian bowl up, then that's all good.
Yep.
For Cooper, he's looking to get another one in here. Does he potentially block that shot?
Yes, he would. That closes that hole right up, so Don't know if Josh was thinking about it at all, but he certainly has no hesitation to be drawing.
Interesting.
There is potential on that other hand for some weight, isn't there? Still,
just a bit of hunting through. Yeah, it'll just depend on how Josh is feeling. It's one of those that, given the fact that Queensland own past the jack, not sure that he'll look to play that. I still feel like he's got a little up his sleeve in terms of a margin. Now, he wants this to run as far as it can now.
ooh, this is a big call. Been giving the no anyway, so
You know, I don't think it was really worth the risk. But I like Cooper's style. He's looking. He's looking for opportunities at the moment.
he's going to run it out, but I don't think he's not going to. But that may force Josh to actually have a look on the other hand now. May not have a choice.
Well, if we keep our eye, if we just get back to the head end, yeah. There is the opportunity to come in off those outside bowls. It doesn't have to be massive weight, and he can just look to turn the Victorian bowl a couple of feet. Any sort of edge works for him. I think that's what they're discussing now. I think he's saying, I'm not going big there. So he's not going to risk losing the Victorian bowl right out of the head.
Yep. But Cooper's sort of forced him to play this, whether he wanted to or not.
Right, let's see the zone that he's in. He's in that edge zone.
It's got too much of it.
Too much of it. Yep. We believe it's going to be another 2. And this just gets a little bit closer.
Still on average.
Measure is out, but throughout the end we've seen 2 signalled here, so we'll expect that to be the outcome.
Just next door, South Australia skipped away a little bit, 11-7 over Queensland in 10 ends.
2 it is.
2. Can they get 5 2s?
12-7. Well, they've got 2 2s. They need 3 more.
2s.
They've got 3 2s in the last 4 ends. Shows they're out there. I mean, the reality is most ends you've got availability to score 2.
Yeah.
Getting any more than that's tricky, and we haven't even actually seen that in the match.
No more than 2s?
Only been 1s and 2s.
Lining up this jack, yeah. Right on. Oh, some breeze thunders through. Nearly lost my water bottle. And now it's gone.
Well, Wes just opening the door slightly for Lucas now to get to this jack first. And Lucas take the invitation. I'm not sure on the weight.
No, I don't think he's sent it. So a reprieve here.
Well, he's on a good line. Just pushing past.
Yard for shot.
All of a sudden,
Yourself a yard.
2 just looks a bit trickier to try and get with only 4 bowls left to do it. And Lucas with better weight. It'll do enough for shot.
Still plenty of room. There's the weight here.
Still
Just
battling. Yeah, it's battling.
underneath it. Yeah. Be disappointed with that. Opportunities. Can Lucas nail it just to put the game to bed? It's pretty good. This is number 1.
Yeah, it's really well
Yeah,
played. A little straightener helped as well. I didn't like that call next door. Is there a chance of me hitting that ball? Well, only if you get the wrong one.
So he got the right one. Would you say that?
He did, and
And he congratulated his call as well. Like a man with confidence.
Cooper's in the zone here. Cooper is very much in the zone here. What a shot. Great ball from Cooper Whitestyles. Says, hang on a sec. We are still here. Josh Barry with the reply. Has he got the gap or has he got the bowl? He's got the bowl. What a shot. Brilliant bowls. Both skippers there having their moment to shine.
Cooper not wasting any time, that's for sure.
This looks under. Exactly what it is. What a reply from Josh Barry. That shot there might go a long way to a finals berth. It's landed right in the way for being able to switch hands and play down onto the shot bowl. So Cooper must come up with something special with this one. It's wide for...
He's trying.
Gee, it's getting back late, isn't it?
Just not quite going to...
It was a great effort.
I'm going to say second shot.
Yep.
So... helps.
That won't worry Josh too much. I mean, he may go to that hand and just try and lay it over for 3. But the fact that they're going to win an end is crucial here for Victoria. He will go there. Almost impossible to give shot away.
He's
Played
pretty
it
good
well.
line. He doesn't want to get the jack here. He
I
said
said
almost
impossible, but it wasn't impossible. Well, Lucas still had one finger up, but I don't think he's correct.
No,
He's going to go to a measure.
I don't think he's winning this measure. Not from our angle.
Certain player for Queensland in years gone by, Michael Brown, had a name for these sorts of measures. A desperation measure, where you don't think you're going to win it, but you want it measured anyway.
Yeah, no, as you can see.
Well, that is dreadfully unlucky for Josh. I really didn't see a situation where he would give shot away there, but he managed to do it, and it's now 4 shots the difference with 2 to play, and Queensland will feel they're a chance here. That was probably the, you know, we've been talking about the 2s. It's the one end they could afford not to get a 2, perhaps. I need 2 more 2s for a drawn match and an extra end. But right now, Victoria will be looking for 1 shot here.
Yes, they just need to win the end.
Just goes to show, even when you don't necessarily think you can give shot away, there's still ways. Whether or not Josh should have perhaps been thinking more draw than land.
Yeah, well,
We're not saying that if he lands the bowl, are we? You know.
he may well have been drawing.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. So I suppose 6 in front with 2 to play. He's 4 in front with 2 to play.
Next door, South Australia are 6 in front with 4 to play. Wes has started fairly well here. It's going to trickle just past, but it's going to be a very handy starter. Very good bowl. In reply, Lucas has got the weight on it to do something.
It's all the jack.
Just caught an edge of it.
Not enough. Still, it's a better position now than it was. Jack high bowls are always better, easier to get to than behind the jack bowls.
Always needs to run. More line than weight.
Yes, the weight wasn't too bad.
Oh, it's in the same category. Opposite mistake. Line was good. Weight not quite there. Wizard love to just close right on this jack right now.
He wasn't happy.
Would take us to a thrilling finish if he can. Did a lot of urging, but couldn't quite get it there.
No, it doesn't usually.
It's easier if you give it more of a push than shout at it, but we will do it. You're not a huge fan of it, are you, Pete? You're not one that guides bowls.
I don't mind me doing my bowls. I don't want other people doing my bowls.
Yeah, even your teammates.
Yeah, even my teammates.
Yeah.
Don't wave my bowl in. It's not going to help. So a good second, but with a good shot here from Cooper, can make life pretty difficult here.
Could be game on, couldn't it? 4 of the last 5 ends Queensland have got. So they are on the charge.
He's chosen to beat the jack high bowls, but I don't think he'll get back, will he?
He wasn't far away. Both skippers playing the same hand, or the same side of the green anyway. Oh, this is not bad. Just caught the edge as he went past. Still 1 Queensland. If they can grab 2, we're in for a barnstorming final end. 1 gives them hope. It means they need a big end. Well, this is in the area if it's got the run.
This is a great shot.
What a great bowl. Tucks in behind.
Yep, no setup. Josh straight on. Knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Is he out there?
I think he's close.
Is he going to hold on?
This won't go far.
He's got
It's a
the
great
jack.
shot.
What a great bowl. Brilliantly played. All the way down, he just needed it to hold that nice line.
Could that be the match-winning bowl?
Huge difference. Huge difference, because really, with Cooper only with one bowl left, it leaves him very little to work with. Does he need to go for the two bowls, Pete? Does he need to go for the outside one and try and get them both?
Jeez, that's
Well, one down. One down's basically game over here.
They're not lined up for anything,
I
unfortunately.
think Cooper should go down and have a look at this and work out. If Cooper doesn't get in here, Josh will be drawing for the match.
Yep, he'll put it out of reach, and he hasn't drawn it because he's tight. Bit of both. A bit more weight might have skimmied around it, but
Well, Josh will head up there. He'll play a nice safe line. Will not want to go anywhere near that bowl of Cooper and try and draw a 30. He'll just be trying to beat the wing bowl of his own.
yes, bear in mind that another one will put him 7 in front and unable to lose. Well, he hasn't been shy on it, I don't think. But will he get back? He's taken the safe line. It's more line. It's only a foot short of where he needs to be
It
weight-wise.
is, we believe, two. Yes. So that is a 6-shot advantage to Victoria as we enter the final end of this one. And you would think that 6 is going to be beyond reach. But just going to make sure that if you're Queensland now, those first couple of bowls are important. You just can't afford to drop one short.
No.
Slightly different when dead ends are dead. When you're playing respot, you definitely can't afford to drop one short because you only get one shot at creating a big number. So South Australia are making their move 15-7.
Magpie just
Yeah,
took Sharon out.
that's why I paused too. I looked round and saw that coming straight at me.
Sharon had to bend to the knees for it to get around.
And you might have heard the pause in my voice. That was why I looked up and went, "Oops, hang on." Yeah, 15-7 to South Australia next door with 3 ends to play, and a great start from Lucas
very
Protopapas.
I think Wes might have given him a word as well. What are you doing? In a friendly way, of course. Did you really need to do that?
I think he sort of said, "How do you expect us to get 6?" 6 inside that. Little shake of his head. I think Lucas knows that he's been a bit short with a few of his bowls in this one. He's pretty honest with his own performance. Good thinking from Wes.
Yep.
Gave it a chance. Only trouble is it did turn a long way late.
Yes, now you're sort of always committed to trying to try that jack 2 feet towards your own bowl now.
Yeah, it's pure defence now from Victoria. They'll just look to match bowls up now. It's almost like a little zone defence that you can set up at the back, just cover spots. Yep, no good trying to correct the line and just draw here now for Wes. Needs to stick with a similar line and try and trail it back to get himself in the zone. And that's where 6 is just so hard to get.
Well, it's a pretty good effort here. Should get some jack movement. Don't get stuck on the bowl. Oh, it doesn't help in the end. It's a really good bowl, but just didn't need to get stuck on the shot bowl. Needed to get past that.
Reality is you're looking for a miracle when you're looking for 6, aren't you? And that's it's going to be tough even from now. It was going to be tough when the jack was rolled.
You're very pessimistic. Said it was almost impossible for Josh to give the shot away a couple of ends
I
ago.
think 6 is a little different to that.
Getting very aggressive with me, viewers.
Never.
Still trailing that jack. And that is the end.
That is going to be very, very difficult now.
So it needs a lot of luck. Pushing bowls.
It isn't the
pushing
end
jacks.
because there is the option to kill the end.
Yep, he gets 1 kill.
Mm.
Can't quite see it with Lucas. No, he's off the line of the jacks. He can still see the jack.
They can kill more than once. It's only if the time has expired that they then can't kill more than once. And we've got still plenty of time, really.
So, yeah, it's a lot of dead ends to play playing.
Mm.
We'll find out what is in Cooper's mindset when he plays his first bowl.
Well, I think he's going to know that 6 is out of the question at the moment, so I'd expect him to see him go on the attack. Okay, well, he must think there's still some hope because he's not doing that at this point.
Josh gets on the line here. Yeah, just went past.
Yep, there's the call from Wes to kill it. Oh. Just missed, so still a clear look at it. Now, did any of the Queensland bowls leave the rink? Yes.
I think so, but
Yes, the one on the back is...
the short one is still theirs anyway, so...
Yeah, and the one in the ditch is a Queensland bowl, so there's no prospect of 6 shots now. So Cooper will have no choice but to drive again with his last. Josh really doesn't need to worry about where this lands. If anything, it was probably worth trying to play a blocker. He's just going to drift across from that. So, kill the end to restart it, or it's game over. Chance? Where's the jack going?
What was Josh doing?
I'm not.
He's on the charge
I
anyway.
think he was just going to make sure the chair over there wasn't in the way.
Okay.
The jack stayed in, so it is game over.
And he took Lucas out.
Victoria have taken the win. I believe it's probably...
There's a jippo on the ditch.
There's some discussion. Yeah, one to Queensland, and the match is over. 14 shots to 9, and it is the Victorian combination of Josh Barry and Lucas Protopapas that take their place in the final of the men's 14-point pairs. Next door, South Australia lead that one 15-7. They have 3 ends to play, so well, the likelihood is it'll be a Victoria South Australia final, but we'll have to wait and see how that one does pan out. All right, we are going to be back at 3 o'clock, so that is about an hour, just under an hour and 10 minutes from now, and we will have one more match for you in today's coverage, and that match is going to be the women's pairs final, which will be Hoskins and Bonnell from Queensland against Wildy and Vluggen from South Australia. So that is at 3 p.m. So set your alarms, make sure you like the Bowls Australia Facebook page and your notifications are on, and you don't have to miss any of the action. That action is brought to you by Tourism Western Australia, the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, in association with Lottery West, and also the City of Joondalup. Thank you once again, Peter Harris.
Thank you very much, Clive.
All right, we'll be back, as I said, in just over an hour's time, right back here at a very clear-skied Warwick Bowling Club. We'll see you then.